ToonGrin.com.
Last time on Nero Reviews.
What? Oh, hey Nero Knights, where's my coat? Where are my pants? You know what? Doesn't matter. Anyways, now before any of you ask, yes, last week I did sorta, kinda, and died. Well, I mean, I got better, obviously. See, while I was in limbo, I discovered a new god, and he resurrected me so long as I serve his will on Earth. Sorry, Lord Cthulhu, Greg Capulu. In 1998, an anime was created named Cowboy Bebop by Shinjiro Watanabe, who made a show that had no cowboys in it, despite being named Cowboy Bebop. Oh, well, none of the main characters look like cowboys, though. Now, our main cast are all bounty hunters aboard a ship called the Bebop, and in this universe, bounty hunters are referred to as cowboys despite not looking like cowboys, but hence why the show is called Cowboy Bebop. Honestly, I think that's a fucking jip. When I think Cowboy Bebop, I think of breakdancing cowboys. We're just not allowed nice things, I guess. So let's introduce our main cast of characters, okay? So first you got Spike Spiegel, former member of the Red Dragon Crime Syndicate, who arguably has the sexiest voice ever.
You're tense, I'm calm. You apply excessive force, I control that force through fluid motion. That means relaxing the whole body so it can react instantly without resistance, without thought. Do you see now? It means becoming like clear water.
Water.
Right. Water can take any form. It drifts without effort one moment, then pounds down in a torrent the very next.
Seriously, if you didn't get a little wet from that, clearly your genitalia isn't working and I recommend seeing a doctor. Then we got Faye Valentine, the resident cum dumpster. Well, okay, she isn't fucking people left and right, but she is a bitch and a cock tease. Sort of reminds me of someone else. Next up, Radical Edward. She's a young lady who's an eccentric computer genius and master hacker, who in the show makes friends with what I can only describe as HAL 9000.
Here. Nobody here. Always alone.
We of course got the resident grizzly bastard of the team and my personal favorite, Jet Black, arguably one of the most badass characters in the show. His backstory is that he was once a cop but quit the force due to corruption. Now as a bounty hunter, he takes down bad guys as a means to pursue justice. Now I know that sounds kinda hokey and cheesy, but just hear me out on my argument to defend this.
Shut up! What are you, stupid? I said shut up!
And of course, no team is complete without the team mascot. This is Ein, the Data Dog, a super smart pooch and one of the most beloved characters of the franchise. Fucking adorable! So let's crack open our DVD players and take a look at Cowboy Bebop, A Knock on Heaven's Door, the movie. So our movie begins with the robbing of a convenience store, because if there was ever a joint that is a prime target to case, it's a fucking convenience store.
You know what the world is like? It's like a boiling pot with a soggy stew inside. Nothing in it stands out. It's all the same. One big, pulpy, sloshy puddle of goop. Yet there is something that's special. You see? That one ingredient that makes it a stew. And do you know what that is?
Yeah, so Spike and Jet come on in, kick these guys' collective asses, and then we get our weird-ass opening.
The collective of this movie is walking to places and talking with people. And no, I don't mean that like I'm some sort of fucking idiot. I know we need to set shit up. This ain't my first barbecue here, people. This is a movie where there's just so much walking and talking. Literally, there are scenes of characters just walking around and then talking to a person. In fact, you could easily keep a counter for that. But fuck that noise. I'm skipping most of these scenes because they really frickin' drag. And so do the shots of ships for some reason. They sort of just linger on ships docking or flying around or docking, and it really does get quite tedious. So aboard the Bebop, Jet and Spike sit around, playing shogi.
Hey, this isn't about speed.
You know what's funny is that line sums up this whole movie. Speed of a snail dragging its ass across the carpet. Pushing onward with the story, which doesn't pick up until nearly 10 minutes in. Again, pacing of a snail. Faye Valentine is on the move, looking to snag up the newest bounty. However, the man driving the truck was not the guy she actually was intending to go for.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away. Who's got time to watch an explosion? There's cool guy areas that they have to walk to. Keep walking, keep shining. Don't look back, keep on walking. Keep strutting, slow motion.
So after running into Alan Moore, no seriously, doesn't it look like Alan Moore? I mean, almost shot for shot. Freaking straight up looks just like him. Isn't that weird? So we cut over to the news broadcast, which I trimmed down to the bare basics for what's happening.
Calming down.
Then it appears this truck was carrying some kind of poison or contaminant. Is that your assessment?
Apparently, yes. Unofficial sources tell me the explosion has the characteristics of chemical or even biological weapons-grade materials. The site has been cordoned off and entry is severely restricted.
See, my cut took 15 seconds, not the full segment, which took about 1 minute and 20 seconds. There's another problem with this movie, and that's these scenes just feel like exposit dumps. They just show up and then fucking talk about shit instead of showing us. They just show up and just try to get out as much exposition as possible. It's really fucking aggravating.
And the government of Mars has posted a reward for the capture of the culprits of 300 million wulongs.
300 what?
Yeah?
Oh, finally, something that actually resembles the Cowboy Bebop show. The desire to have some money. Seriously, half the show most of the time is that these fuckers are skint broke and they're looking for some cash. So, with the information provided by Faye, Spike and Faye leave to go find Alan Moore, and then we get our first dramatic walking scene. Oh god, that was fucking boring. So after his walkabout, Spike meets this random Arab and then continues to walk with him. Jesus Christ, there is a lot of walking. Wait a minute, is that Saddam? Okay. Right, so the Arab leads Spike to his place of employ and gives him a clue. Thank you, Magic Arab. Hidden within the vase is the same kind of marble used by Alan Moore to spread his virus. On Faye's end, she manages to find Alan Moore's partner, the nerdy black guy that was supposed to be in the truck that she was following earlier that got blown up. Faye uses her finesse to try and win over the guy, but it doesn't seem to go over all that well.
Oh, game over. Now let's go.
I just needed 500 more points. Then I finally would have got to meet Sporky Donkey.
Hey, pal, are you listening?
Have you got any idea how long I've been trying to reach Sporky Donkey? How are you going to make it up to me? Tell me that, Miss Bounty Hunter.
This is a real gun, in case you didn't notice. Playtime's over. Put your hands behind your head.
You shouldn't have incurred the wrath of Sporky Donkey, babe.
Huh?
Seriously, nerds don't flirt around. I should know. So the nerd escapes because Faye should have just shot him in the kneecap, but she's an idiot. Now over to Spike, who managed to infiltrate the Cheerios medical development and investigation section, which is in fact a bioweapons lab fronting as a pharmaceutical company. Oh dear lord. The story has gotten so convoluted and we're only 40 minutes into the fucking film. Why can't we just have something simple? Why can't we just have a guy that wants to kill people? Why do we need some kind of bizarro organization that wants bioweapons? And can we please have some goddamn action in this fucking movie?
Tell me what you're doing here.
Let's flip a coin. Heads I tell you, tails we go out on a date.
So Spike manages to escape this crazy chick and manages to make it back to the Bebop, where Jet just exposits on about how the virus works.
Okay, when you first look, you think it's just a regular lymphocyte. Everyone has them, they're part of your blood. But go close enough, and you see these tiny machines. There they are, nanomachines.
Nanomachines?
Oh.
You know about them?
Not at all.
What the hell are they?
They're microscopic robots too small to be seen by the human eye. But they're not made of metal, they're made of protein. You're the one who said you like protein in your diet. Only you don't eat this kind, it eats you.
So what did we learn? We already knew the virus killed people. We did not need to know how it worked. It killed people. We know it's bad. Will there be even more expository bullshit as the movie goes on? Oh yeah! In fact, I argue we got probably a good hour left of exposition. No, it's not my jaw block. That's the most important organ a human can have. Okay, well, I don't want to lose my jaw block, so I'm gonna move this shit right along. Spike eventually does manage to find Alan Moore, and they do fight. And honestly, I think this is maybe the 5th action scene out of the entire movie.
Damn it!
Don't tell me the party already started.
No, only just now.
You know, getting to the climax of this fucking boring-ass film, an hour and 42 minutes, is an act of determination. I gotta tell you, man, this, hands down, I had to fight to stay awake during this fucking movie. In fact, you know what? Getting this far should be considered an achievement. Huh, good. Totally deserve that. Seriously, this movie drags all the way through, and this is it. It led up to Spike fighting Alan Moore. Okay, his name is actually Vincent, but hell, I'm trying to be funny during this review here. It's so fucking boring. And you know what? The ending is as we all suspected. Vincent's defeated, but not by Spike. Oh no, heaven forbid he'd be defeated by the main character. Fuck that noise. No, he's defeated by his old fling Elektra. No, not that Elektra. This Elektra. I gotta admit though, this one's actually slightly more hotter than the comic version. And does this matter? Nope. She isn't in the TV series. Neither is Vincent. Matter of fact, they're movie exclusive characters, so any relevance is actually completely out the window. Why the fuck did I even review this? What was the point? I mean, yes, sure, I drew the title at random for my fucking collection of DVDs, but seriously, had I remembered this movie was so fucking boring, I never would have done that. You know what? Fuck this. It's pointless. That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm leaving ya. And that was Cowboy Bebop the Movie, A Knock on Heaven's Door. This is so damn boring. Really? That's it? Is it a bad movie? No. Is it a good movie? No. Actually, I can sum up my feelings for this movie like this.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
This crap is so damn boring it wins the snoozer medal. If you're suffering from insomnia like me, then you'll finally get that much needed sleep in The Visit from the Sandman when you pop in this tranquilizer. The best way for me to describe this is that it feels like an extended episode. You see, an episode of Cowboy Bebop works on having the talking and the walking scenes, but at the same time, then you're hit with a good action scene. But keep in mind, an episode is 22 minutes, not an hour and 55 minutes of a movie. It almost feels like they were writing an episode, but didn't take into consideration the length of a movie. Also, the fact that this movie takes place during the show means that there are no surprises if you've seen the show. You know who's gonna survive, and since I actually saw the show, any potential deaths to the main cast was completely irrelevant to me. I knew what was gonna happen, so there was no real drama or gravity to it. So that's fucking pointless. You really know where to stand on this movie. Does that mean you watch it before finishing the show? Or do you just watch the show and then watch the movie and sit through it? I don't know. I don't feel like this was thought through in the least. Also, this movie seems familiar. I mean,
A plot where there are a billion little balls that, if shattered, will kill, like, everyone? The only difference is in The Rock, they say, shit, we need Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery to overact, while in the Cowboy Bebop movie, they just say, shit, we need these characters to frickin' underact. I'm Nero and Jealous, and if you excuse me, Nero Knife, I think I'm gonna take a nap.
Feature films and shows, are they good or do they blow? We're gonna find out today. Re-examination, reassessment, retrospective, re-evaluation, and recapitulation.